Alright, welcome to your T1 Geometry Final Review videos. We're looking at 54, 55, and 56. 54 says, what is the value of x? Identify the missing justifications. Now, I noticed that there aren't any justifications, so I'll just go ahead and cross that out. I don't actually think you have to do that for this problem. We just need to figure out what x is. They tell me that AOC, this entire angle, is 150. So I'm going to set up an equation that says the measure of angle AOB plus the measure of angle BOC equals the measure of angle AOC. And then we're going to plug in what I know. So I know AOB, this guy here, is 2x. And we're going to add to that BOC, which is 6 times x minus 3. And altogether they equal the entire thing, which is 150. We are going to go ahead and take that 6 and we're going to distribute it. So I would really have 2x plus 6x minus 18 equals 150. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I have some more space. My next step, we're going to combine our like terms. So I see a 2x plus a 6x. These guys give me 8x minus 18 equals 150. We are going to add 18 to both sides. When we do that, we get 8x equals 168. My last step is going to divide them both by 8. And I get x equals some fabulous number, but to be quite honest with you, I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So I'm going to grab my calculator and I'm just going to talk while I do it. We're looking for 168 divided by 8, which is 21. So this guy says x equals 21. And that shall be your final answer. All right, my next one says complete the two-column proof. We are given that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. I'm going to draw that in my figure. Doot, doot. They're the same size. I also know angle 1 is 130. We want to prove that the measure of angle 3 is 130. All right, so my first line for my proof should always be given. So I know that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and the measure of angle 1 equals 130. My next one says the measure of angle 2 equals 130. I know this because angle 1 and angle 2 are corresponding angles. So I'm going to write corresponding angles. Your next one says angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. So I want to say this angle here is congruent to this one. Well, we have these two beautiful angles here. Those are your vertical angles. So I'm going to say that's true because they're vertical angles. And my last one says angle 3 equals 130. I would say that this one's substitution. So I'm going to say subprop. My reason for that is because I know the measure of angle 2 equals 130. And so I took 130 and plugged it in here. I think you could also argue that this is the transitive property. Your test will be multiple choice, so it'll either be the substitution property or transitive, which we abbreviated as TPE. Either one would work, but I'm assuming only one of those will be an option. 56 says, what is the value of x? Justify each step. So I know my entire angle, or excuse me, segment is 32. I'm going to do kind of like we did with our angle before. I'm going to say AB, which is this section, plus BC, which is this one, equals the whole thing, which is AC. We're going to plug in what we know. So I know AB is 2x plus BC, which is 6x plus 8. And together they equal AC, which is 32. Again, we're going to combine our like terms. I have 2x and 6x, so we really have an 8x plus 8 equals 32. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. When I do that, we get 8x equals 24. Our last step is to divide both sides by 8. I'm going to zoom out for you. Divide by 8, divide by 8. When we do that, we get x equals 3. Now, if you want to check your answer, you can go ahead and plug 3 back into your equation. If I do 2 times 3 up here, I get 6. 6 times 3 is 24, plus another 8 is, 6 times 3 is 18, plus another 8 would get me, what, 26? Yeah. And then if I add 6 and 26, I should get 32, which works, which is great. So we did, in fact, get the right answer.